Hello and welcome to your daily dose of Satoshi's news. Today's day is Thursday, the 21st of August 2025, the year BSV comes alive. Branch your threads, expand your mind with treechat.ai or your post pot on chain. Right, let's see what we've got today. I've just plucked this article out from BSV Association because I haven't seen this before. This is BSV Association selects Binarii. Is it Binarii? Yeah. Binarii Labs for secure communications using BSV blockchain. This was actually published on the 21st of May 2025, but I haven't seen it, so I thought, that looks kind of interesting. So secure communications, we'll have a look at that. There are some articles here that I was looking at. Looked relatively interesting on Cointelegraph, so we'll go through those. We'll have a quick look at the figures, have a good laugh at them. Just report on some general shit that's going on. Got some 365 days of Bitcoin history, and then we'll finish with a Venezuela countdown. Right, let's get into it.
Satoshi, like a cowboy in the West, riding on the blockchain that they call the very best. 1 million strong, and transactions flying free. Just wait for the terror node, you'll surely see.
Alrighty, here we go. So a BSV Association selects Binarii Labs for secure communications using BSV blockchain. Zug, Switzerland and Dublin, Republic of Ireland, 20th of May 2025. The BSV Association, which leads the global advancement for the BSV blockchain, the world's most scalable and regulatory friendly public blockchain, has selected Binarii Labs to be a trusted secure communications provider. As part of the collaboration, Binarii DSM will be used to enable encrypted file exchange and data resilience between association members. Employees and ambassadors will all file actions immutably recorded on the BSV blockchain as verifiable proof of record. The BSV blockchain is a highly scalable public blockchain capable of handling hundreds of millions of transactions daily, making it the ideal solution to facilitate enterprise solution on-chain. The BSV Association's focus is in working with businesses, governments, enterprise to demonstrate where blockchain can add value for them. The integration of BSV blockchain and Binarii DSM adds a further layer of trust to their customers, reflecting their commitment to operational transparency, trust and decentralized infrastructure. With member representation and ecosystem growth across Europe, Asia and the Middle East and North America, the BSV Association supports a diverse global community of enterprise developers, governments, agencies and institutions building real-world applications on the scalable public blockchain infrastructure. Binarii Labs patented SaaS data security solutions apply a sovereign first and zero trust architecture to protect sensitive unstructured data. Each file is encrypted, fragmented and distributed across 3 user-owned storage endpoints, ensuring that no single complete file is ever stored in one place, and that users retain continuous access to from any 2 locations. Integrated blockchain-based logging on the BSV blockchain ensures transparent and tamper-proof auditability of all file interactions. That's pretty great. Aizga Orkuston, managing director of BSV Association, commented, "We are committed to adopting technologies that reflect the values of transparency, resilience and trust. Binarii DSM aligns with our core principles, ensuring secure communication between our members, our employees and our ambassadors, leveraging the BSV blockchain to deliver tamper-proof, verifiable records of activity. We look forward to deepening our collaboration with Binarii Labs as a secure data infrastructure becomes even more critical." Ciaran McNee, co-founder and chief business officer, development officer at Binarii Labs, added, "It's a privilege to be working with the BSV Association. Their selection of Binarii DSM reinforces the growing recognition that unstructured data, documents, reports and sensitive communications must be secured with the same rigor as core systems. Our patented architecture, underpinned by blockchain-based proof of record, provides a modern sovereign-first solution to today's data challenges." Oh wow. This partnership marks another milestone in Binarii Labs' expansion into compliance-driven and blockchain-integrated sectors. demonstrating how sovereign data control, regulatory readiness, and immutable audit trails can be delivered in a single integratable solution. Hey. And this lot are headquartered in Dublin. That sounds fantastic. What a great article that was. Glad I read that one. Right, Cointelegraph says here, editor's choice, Kanye West YZY meme coin hits $3 billion but fails after insider concerns. Ugh, really? Bitcoin analysts point to manipulation as BTC price falls to a 17-day low. Manipulation? Bitcoin's long-term security budget problem, impending crisis or FUD. A banking lobby fights to change Genius Act. Is it too late? So green RWAs recast climate assets as a profitable cutting-edge tech. Oh, what a load of crap that is. Investors brace for Powell speech as Bitcoin dips near 112k. Trading, not on manipulation. Tron will make debut in CoinSensi's crypto wallet MetaMask. What a load of crap that is. And let's see what this one is. So 19th of August, a banking lobby fights to change Genius Act. Is it too late? The Banking Policy Institute wants lawmakers to further fine-tune the Genius Act to prevent any possibility of interest-bearing stable coins. I wonder why that would be. That's funny. They're like, no, we're the only ones that are allowed to commit usury on everybody, like no one else. Yeah, all right, whatever. The US banking lobby isn't keen on interest-bearing stablecoins or their supposed challenge to financial systems, but it may be too late to amend these loopholes in the Genius Act. The Banking Policy Institute and advocate group for a banking industry, led by JP Morgan CEO Jamie Dimon, funny that, wrote a letter to Congress last week arguing that stablecoins present a risk to existing credit systems. So do central banks, you fool. The Banking Policy Institute urged regulators to close supposed loopholes in the Genius Act, a new law regulating the stablecoin industry in the US, lest a shift from bank deposits increased lending costs and reduced loans to businesses. The bank lobby holds considerable sway in Washington, and while it may be able to complicate lawmaking, some argue that it's delaying the inevitable, a future denominated in stable coins. Yeah, if they don't get with the program, they're going to lose out. But I mean, we know what this is all about. 3,000-year-old conspiracy to enslave everybody. Banks say stablecoin interest is a threat. Well, they're a coin, and their interest is a threat. That's what usury is. That's why it's banned in the Bible. That's why it's considered a sin. Oh dear, oh dear. I'm not going to read all of that. We know what's going on. It's just like to and fro, banks trying to protect themselves. Let's see what else there was. What's this? Potentially security. Bitcoin analysts point manipulation as BTC price falls to 17-day low. Analysts say GregCoin's price action is looking increasingly orchestrated. As GregCoin taps its lowest levels since August 3rd amid ongoing US selling. Key points: GregCoin heads back below 113,000 at the Wall Street Open as bulls fail to clinch support. GregCoin price manipulation is one explanation. Bitcoin price manipulation is one explanation of the downside, which exchange order books bid liquidity and focus. More crypto market volatility is expected from the Federal Reserve's Jackson Hole event. So GregCoin, $13,000, saw new local lows as at Wednesday's Wall Street Open as bulls struggled to halt a repeat of a US sell-off. GregCoin price pressure brings back Spoofy the whale. Data from the Cointelegraph Markets Pro and TradingView followed BTC USD as it sank below $13,000 after initially reclaiming it after the daily open. Oh, this is going to be another trading BS. Bid liquidity was being taken on exchanges at the time of writing, with 112,300 now a level of interest per data from CoinGlass. That'll be a load of crap, and it means nothing. The entire thing's rigged. GregCoin took out a bunch of liquidity on both sides for the past 6 weeks as it ranged around the same price region. Popular trade Dan Crypto trades summarized on liquidity conditions in his latest post. Whatever. The whole thing's manipulated. Fiat currency is fraud. Anybody who controls fiat currency can control and manipulate all the markets. And that's all that's going on. And they just haven't figured it out yet. Dear oh dear. Insiders voice concern about Kanye West's meme coin. It's a meme coin. Oh my god. What's this? GregCoin's long-term security budget problem, impending crisis or FUD. The key selling points of GregCoin as a store of value has everything to do with the credibility of its monetary policy. As GregCoin investor Satoshi Nakamoto... Oh my god. The rules of the system were set in stone. Look at that! They know that the rules of the system were set in stone when the network first launched. And those rules include the 21 million supply cap and the related issuance policy maintained by the roughly 4-year halving cycle. But are those rules really set in stone? Oh, look at that! They're questioning it. Even I doubt even the shitcoiners are going to fall for this, because literally all they're going on is about inflation hedge, inflation hedge. All right, what? And now you're adding inflation to the one thing that they're going is an inflation hedge against. Honestly. But are those rules really set in stone? Is there really no chance of GregCoin's monetary policy will change at some point in the future? Some critics believe that after the block reward drops too low as a result of halvings, and if transaction fee revenue has not risen substantially, which it won't do because the block cap, there will no longer be enough incentive for miners to secure the network. Again, they'll have to move it to proof of stake, like Andreas Antonopoulos said. They argue the Bitcoin network may be forced to increase the supply as a result. They're going to have to add inflation in order to pay the miners. Would you believe it? How convenient. If fees don't magically grow, fees can only grow with utility. And they've put a 1 megabyte block cap on it. That's absolutely hilarious. If fees don't magically grow grow orders of magnitude, there are two candidate solutions. One, add tail issuance, remove the 21 million limit, or two, switch to proof of stake. That's it. That was the whole purpose of that 1 megabyte block cap, and the shitcoiners, shitbrains haven't figured it out yet. Oh dear. But the thing is, though, even the shitcoiners, they will tell you, it's all about an inflation hedge. It's got to be fixed. But then also there is also a larger number saying, for proof of work. They were like, the moment you switch it to proof of stake, there's no economic competition in the system. It's just staked, and they know it will be staked by BlackRock, Vanguard, and State Street, and they all know that it will be hijacked. Oh, what are they gonna do? Ethereum Foundation researcher Justin Drake wrote on X earlier this year, both solutions seem to be cultural non-starters. Also, tail issuance only works proactively, not after a 51% takeover. I mean, the only one that they haven't considered here is removing the 1 megabyte block soft cap. But then that includes scaling it, and they know they can't do it. That means they'll be jumping on. That means that Satoshi Nakamoto, as in Craig Wright has been talking about for like years and years and years, they're gonna have to admit he was right. That's hilarious. To Drake's point, there is indeed strong resistance to potential alterations to Bitcoin's monetary policy. Where if you alter it, somebody's got control of it. As Plan B network director, Giacomo Zucco, hyperbolically stated in a recent debate, it should be punished by a death if you propose it. Oh, see, look, they don't like it. But they haven't figured out that the 1 megabyte block cap was actually installed later. Like, they don't realise that Bitcoin was actually created with unbounded scaling limits. They have no idea because they've been told otherwise. And many Bitcoin holders also see the supposed security budget issue as nothing more than fear, uncertainty and doubt from altcoin promoters. The crypto orthodoxy is that Bitcoin has an unsolved security budget problem. The Bitcoin Bond Company CEO Pierre Rochard posted on X, any arguments against the dogma are seen as heretical by the pious Cryptobros. Oh, see, look, they're causing more shit amongst the ramps. They're calling them pious Cryptobros. This is hilarious. So who's right? Can Bitcoin remain secure over the long term, or is it an impending crisis looming? It's absolutely an impending crisis looming, but that's because it's GregCoin. It's meant to be a load of shit. That's hilarious. That's hilarious. What's this? Bitcoin's declining block subsidy. Throughout Bitcoin's history, miners have been rewarded with both the block subsidy and transaction fees. The block subsidy is the newly created Bitcoin included in each block, while fees are the mechanism used to incentivize miners to include specific transactions. When you put these two together, you get the total block reward, which is what provides a reason for miners to spend resources on the mining process in the first place. Yeah, exactly. You need transactions, but they were just like, oh, what we need is really slow and expensive transactions, and that's what will serve the miners. But I honestly suspect that they probably thought that Bitcoin and GregCoin and the entire industry might have gone away by now, but it hasn't, and they're finding themselves stuck between a rock and a hard place, calling all these crypto bros pious. Oh my goodness me! Oh my goodness me! That is shocking. That is shocking. I might use that as a thumbnail there. Right, that was actually quite interesting. But check this out. Look at this. So we've got transactions last 24 hours here. So we've got Ethereum in the lead with 1.6 million, XRP in second with 677,000, and look at that. Bitcoin SV 510,000 in third place, in front of the big dog, in front of GregCoin. And look at that. This represents the entire crypto market. Absolutely crazy. 510,000. Cross-reference that. Yep, 510,000 there. Yeah, and yeah, look at the price. Look at the price of this one that's in third place with overall transaction volumes. Look at that. It's down here at number 97 in market cap. Just $26. $26. Ranked number 97, and here it is, literally in third place, just behind XRP. Oh my, XRP that has got $171 billion market cap. 171 billion. Oh my goodness me, 171 billion compared to just half a billion. Half a billion compared to 171 billion. And yet it's in third position, literally chomping at its heels. Oh my god, honestly, the price discrepancy is just hilarious when you really know what's going on. Let's have a quick look at these figures here at CoinDance. Hash rate 0.03, network nodes 0.18. Transactions though representing 56% of all the Bitcoin forks. 87% of the block size, no special blocks coming through. 56 megabyte there, 48 megabyte there. There's more megabytes in those two blocks than there is in the entire column of GregCoin over here. It's 180,000 times cheaper to transact on Bitcoin than GregCoin. Mining Bitcoin at a 9.1% comparable loss. Let's have a look at the politics and the pie charts quickly, because that's where it is. There we go. What was that? What was that? Daily Bitcoin fee to block reward ratio. Look at that. That shot up. What is that? What on earth caused that? I don't think I've ever seen it go above GregCoin. Ever. What on earth? What on earth? Whoa. Let's see if we can get some more details on that bad boy then. Look at that! That seems to be genuine. Whoa! What are we looking at here? Yeah, so it's currently 9.1% more profitable to mine on GregCoin, but look at that! For literally like a split second or a day or two. Like what? That is nuts. That is nuts. I wasn't expecting to see that. But like I strongly suspect that the profitability is being very carefully managed, and it's literally just being gated at the moment, ready to be released, and it looks like the gate slipped open for a little bit and then was brought right back down. This is what could happen literally overnight. Literally, like a massive line just going straight up. Whoa. Whoa. Look at that. I mean, well, I think that's big. Wait until you see what's coming. Like that's the line there that's going to go absolutely astronomical, and there is nothing that GregCoiners can do about it. Nothing. Whoa. Daily accumulated Bitcoin blockchain growth by network, as Satoshi Nakamoto has already said, it's the longest chain that is all. It's strictly necessary that the longest chain is always considered the valid one, and that's this one here in red. And look at that, the block feed to block reward ratio just shot through the roof there. Like, we know what's coming. The signs are there. We're seeing them all the time, GregCoin hash rate other miners 10.42 on there. Bcrash other miners 18.75. Fisher Price Cash other miners 36. And again, CoinDance never report the true figures on their site. Nice of them to do that. All right then. Let's go on to a bit of general news. Look at this. Concerned citizen meanwhile said here. Meanwhile in Britain, the UK government are awarding contracts of over $1 million. Is that a million? You put an extra dot on there. To companies in order to prepare for a mass fatality event. Why? Yeah, honestly, we know what they're, again, probably years in advance. A few years in advance, only a couple of years maybe, but we know that they're absolute scumbags. They're going to be planning for this. Mass fatality resilience capacity. Mass fatality resilience capacity, lot 3. Like, what the... We know that they're planning this. It's all planned. That's it. That's exactly what's needed. Like, jeepers. Honestly, just the worst type, literally the worst type of criminals is what we're up against. Biblical is what this is. Literally, the temple of Satan is what we're up against. Makes me mad. But Bitcoin's the only way out. So check this out a little bit. 365 days of Bitcoin on the 21st of August 2013. Investor Dan Moorhead was explaining why he bought 30,000 GregCoin for less than $100 each, exactly 11 years ago. It's the first global currency since gold, so he said. And this was his email. Look, Dan Moorhead, CEO of Pantera. And we've heard loads about them recently, surveillance states and all this. So he wrote here on the 21st of August 2013, Bitcoin enthusiasts, I wanted to share my strong conviction that Bitcoin is about to melt up. Much of the logic is in the previous emails. I recognize that by normal security market standards, this statement sounds insane. I believe Bitcoin will explode through $200 within the next 6 to 8 weeks. I was discussing Bitcoin with an investor yesterday, and he replied somewhat dismissively. He said, it's just like buying gold. No, it's like buying gold in 1000 BC. 99% of the financial wealth has yet to address Bitcoin. When they do, Bitcoin is either going to be worth $0 or $5,000 BTC. The current market price of $100 implies only a 2% chance of Bitcoin succeeds. I think it's north of 50% chance that the world adopts a global currency stroke payment system in which free cryptography replaces the very expensive trust charged by the bank stroke Visa, MasterCard, Western Union, PayPal, etc. Bitcoin dominates cash, electronic fiat money, gold, electronic fiat money. Oh, it dominates electronic fiat money, yeah. Gold, bearer bonds, large stones, discs, etc. It can do all of the things that each of those can. It's the first global currency since gold. It's the first borderless payment system ever. If you plan to invest more in Bitcoin. It's my opinion that now is better than later. For those that have half position on now, I sense 2 possible scenarios a year down the road. And they are, we split a bottle of wine over good stories of how the Bitcoin project seemed so promising, but shit, it just didn't work. We'll each out a small fraction of our net worth, no tears. Or, if it's trading at $5,000, we might need something stronger than wine to erase the feelings of regret. Please let me know, and if and when you plan to invest, we can cut any NAV daily if you need. Whoa. And that was back in 2013. But we also know the price in 2013 was actually more than what it is now, which is $26.25. The same applies, but people have no idea that BTC is GregCoin, that the deep state have manipulated it. Bitcoin is BSV. So maybe this is what people should be saying about that. Oof, amazing. And check this out now, the 21st of August, 2025. We've got 28 days left of the Kellenschweller countdown. Literally, we are into the days of literally a month. 28 days. I think what's going to happen over the next 28 days. I mean, we've already seen some absolutely amazing announcements that have come out, regarding Terranode and all that. I mean, I know obviously the big one is price movement, but as I said before, price is the end result of all the hard work, effort, and investment that goes in prior. Price is therefore the last metric to move, which means it's the least of all metrics that matter. And we just saw the metrics in this show with the block fee to block reward going through the roof, but it just spiked. Somebody let the cat out of the bag and then quickly put it back in. Like, it is coming. All the signs are there. It's going to be massively exciting. So anyway, I'm away for the next few days. I will see if I can do a show every day. Obviously, keep it going. But if not, you know why. So until then, be aware, take care, stay safe out there, and we'll see you in the next one.
The king still has one more move.